Yo, what's up guys, Midnight here. I'm gonna be completely honest. I edited this video and I just didn't like how it turned out. So I told my story and I did it while playing the game, and it didn't sound right to me. So what I'm gonna do is what's gonna happen is I'm gonna talk over the gameplay about like not my entire racing game history, but a condensed version. Because what I did was while I was playing, it was like the entire thing, but I'm gonna do a condensed version. So let's just get this out of the way. I am 25. I know, underage, but whatever. Let's get that out of the way. But there's a couple important things I want you guys to try to remember. Like, I am gonna say how important they are once we get to them, but I just want to say them right now. So the most important years are 2012 through 2014, and I just clump those together because, you know, when we get there, you guys will see why. But 2012 through 2014, 2018 is an important year, 2024 is an important year, and 2025 is an important year. 2025 is not an important year just because Crossworld is out, and it's not an important year because, you know, hoverboards is in Crossworld as well. That's not the reason why. It's more so of what happened to get to that point, which is the reason why I would be telling the story of like a backstory of myself. Like, it's the reason why I have 2,000 hours on Sonic Riders, and that is true. I will put up on screen, I do have 2,000 hours, and it probably is technically more. Like, I'm not even joking. It could be more, and you guys will see why. It's like, it probably is more. Another important thing is daycares. I used to go to 2 daycares. The first daycare was my elementary's daycare. The second daycare was a completely separate daycare. That was not in the elementary. It was just a separate daycare. So it was an elementary daycare and it was a separate daycare. So we'll talk more once we get to that. But so I think the first racing game that really stuck with me was like 2004, 2005. I think it was called Crash Tag Team Racing, and I don't really remember much about this, and like there's a good reason with that. And I do remember playing a lot back in elementary, specifically kindergarten and first grade, being in my elementary's daycare, playing with a lot of my friends back then, especially in that daycare, just having so much fun. It was so much fun, but I don't remember much. And it's because I think it had to be in first grade. I think it was 2006. The game got stupidly scratched up. I can't explain how. I mean, I'm 6 years old. Game got stupidly scratched. I don't know if I didn't take care of it. It just got stupidly scratched. So me and my mom decided to go to GameStop and try to trade this game in. And around the time, I believe, I don't know what month it was. I couldn't tell you. It's 20 years ago, but it was definitely 2006. It was either the day, week, or month that this game came out, because GameStop had the PS2 out. And if you guys don't know what I mean by that, they had the console out where you could actually play the game. Like, I'm not sure if they do it then, because the last time I went to GameStop, I don't remember them having it. But back then, I remember them having a PS4 out. In GameStop, you could play games on it just while you're waiting for people. A Wii U, you could have. If you're waiting for somebody, you could play a Wii U. I'm not sure if they do the same for a Switch. I remember seeing a 3DS for that, but I'm not sure anymore. But maybe they probably got rid of it because of the pandemic. But I remember seeing a PS2, and there was a game that had just came out, probably that month, I'm assuming, and it was Sonic Riders. And I decided to hop on because it was a racing game. I was dog shit at it, but it was so fun that I was like, let's trade that scratched up Crash Tag Team Racing for Sonic Riders. And I instantly fell in love with that game the second I got home and played it. That game was so much fun. And oh my god. My fucking god. That is insane how far that game has come. It is insane how far that game has come. I don't know what made this game so fun. I think it was just because how unique it was, but probably because of hoverboards, but it was so unique and so fun. I loved it. I love it so much. I still love it. So skill dependent. It's just so fun being able to just boost around on hoverboards. No other game has been able to do that. Like, if you just look up how many hoverboard racing games there are, there's not many. There's not many. Aside from like Crosswords, there's not many hoverboard racing games, dude. So I think within that first week when I got Sonic Riders, I gotten the 20-hour as well as the 50-hour robot. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's you can just look up 20-hour and 50-hour robots on Sonic Riders, and you had to play 20 hours or 50 hours, 20 hours and 50 hours in the game to unlock the robots. You could not AFK this. You straight up had to play 20 hours and 50 hours in the game, straight up, which is insane to me, straight up. But I straight up did that. I did the GPs. I think I won both of them barely. I did the story modes. I did everything aside from the missions. I did not do the missions because, my god, those those bitches were hard, dude. But seriously, I did everything else, and I unlocked everything but, anything related to missions. I think I unlocked the Sega Carnival and whatever the other one was. Everything was done aside from anything mission related. So 2007 was I found 2 games I tried to find similar to Sonic Riders, although they're not close, but in terms of like arcade style, it was DT Racer and Extreme GP3. My god, these games were hard. I remember DT Racer, the drifting in that game was insanely hard. I'm specifically with this game, I would try to say, like, because this game does come back later. This game does come back later, but I'm just gonna explain it now. I got used to the drifting later on, and god, this shit was hard. You had to use the turbo to drift, and that doesn't sound hard, but you were limited to the amount of turbo to drift. So if you didn't use the turbo right, you were fucked. That's the problem. I make it pretty far on DT Racer either. It's just I think I got like 35% of the game done, because trying to drift with the turbo and everything, it was really hard. Like, just play the game for yourself. Like, if you have a PS2, just get it from Amazon. That shit is hard. Trust me, it's really hard. As for Extreme GP3, this game is just the hardest racing game I've ever played in my entire life. No exceptions. I'm not even joking. It is the hardest game I've ever played in my entire life. No exceptions. I'm not even talking about 100%ing. No. Just from just from going into the game from casual play, that is the hardest game, not 100%, hardest game I've ever played in my entire life. And yet I still had the most fun on it as well. I think I got up to like the 4th or 5th track in the game. I'll probably put the name of it on screen for anybody who does know what the game I'm talking about. But dude, as much fun as I had on the game, I couldn't even get past it. I remember I had to use cheats on it. Yes, cheats. Yeah, cheats. Okay, sure. Before anybody says, "Oh my god, you cheat in games," it's a PS2 game, because back then PS2 would you could use actual cheat codes for PS2 games, because you can, like, hold R2, L2, and then press all these buttons for it, because games were designed for that. Online games, no, you don't do that. You're dog shit if you do that. You're a loser if you do that. Basement drill if you do that. Seriously, you're dog shit. But PS2 games that were online, yes, like, sure, as long as it's like fun. Like I remember Tony Hawk, you could do big head mode or silhouette mode for it. That's what we did. That's what me and my friends did. And even with cheats, I didn't even make it that far because I wasn't satisfied. I made it to the same exact 4th or 5th track, and I stopped playing because I was still beating. I beat the same amount of tracks, which was 4th or 5th, and I wasn't satisfied because it didn't feel right using cheats and not my own skills. So hey, what is what it is, But now this is where the separate daycare comes in. I remember I got switched out. My parents switched me out of the elementary's daycare, and they put me in the separate daycare. This was in 2008. Now, this is important because from I have all those hours on Sonic Riders, from 2006 as well as up to 2008 or whatever happened. So now, I lost multiple memory cards at this separate daycare. multiple. I think it's 3 or 4 memory cards, and the 2 memory cards I have are my main one, which I've had since 2008, and the backup one, which I've had since 2009. I just have it as a backup, but and I know it's since 2008. So I got 2 games for Christmas in 2009, which will get I'll get back to them in a minute. Yeah, I technically have more than 2,000 hours on Sonic Riders, which is unbelievable. I do not know how many hours I have on Sonic Riders. It's 2,000 plus. It could be 2,500. Could be 2,250. It could be 4,000. I don't know. I doubt it's 4,000. Let's be honest, dude. There's no way. It could. I'm pretty sure it's like at least had 200 hours on that game. But like still though, having that many memory cards lost, it's unreal. And you guys would think like, who is still memory cards? What kids? People steal shit. That's all it is. I remember I lost another Sonic game. I lost Sonic Heroes. I remember playing with a couple friends back in that daycare as well. We used to go play with Sonic Heroes. We used to play that little multiplayer pinball thing. It was like, I don't know what, I don't remember because it was such a long time ago. It was like remember just constantly that pinball machine thing map. And me and my friends used to always try to go for super mode on all the characters because we wanted to do that and just try to beat each other with it. But I wound up losing that game. I lost Spyro. I lost Tony Hawk Downhill Jam. I think I lost another game called Burnout Dominator. I lost so many things there. It is what it is. What you gonna do with kids? By 2008, I have my main memory card, right? That's where I actually started getting my actual hours. So 2009, I wound up getting 2 games for Christmas. Sonic Unleashed. This is where I know I did not lose my memory cards because I still have the data for that. And what is it? Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. This is probably my second most played game if you combine Sonic Riders Zero Gravity and Sonic Riders. Straight up my second most favorite game if you combine those two. Like, I love the game. Also, I forgot to mention, I remember pre-ordering Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. What was it, in 2008? I remember that because I remember right after dinner, the day it came out, I remember it was nighttime. We went to Walmart. We had already pre-ordered. I remember just sitting in the car waiting for my mom to pick it up. She picked it up. I remember just looking at the case like, God damn, this shit looks clean as hell, dude. It was so similar to the OG Riders too, and I remember my favorite map on there. My favorite map on there was Water Park, dude. It was so cool, man. It's so creative too. I just love it, dude. So at this point, we can flash forward from 2009 to 2000 and let's just say 11. So I've had 2 DSs. I've had Cartoon Network Racing on one of these DSs. I've 100%ed the game, but I've lost that DS because I was a dumbass. I left it in a cart at Walmart, so I lost that DS. Don't remember anything about Cartoon Network Racing. It is what it is. I'm a dumbass. But but the second DS, I think I had Mario Kart DS, and I still have Mario Kart. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in my house. It's somewhere in the room. But 100% of the game, very easy. Yeah, 2012. This is an important year, and I want to clump these together to 2014, 2013, 2014, because this is important. 2012, me and my parents, we were in an apartment. We moved to a house. My fat PS2, because it was called a fat PS2. This is the original PS2 that I had since, what was it, 2005, 6? The original PS2, still working. It got messed up on the move from the apartment to the house. So it would not turn on when we got to the house, straight up. So some technical had happened. So it would not turn on. It is what it is. So I couldn't play any games on it. Good thing is I had a DS, I had a computer, family computer I could play on, and we had a Wii. You know what game that came out on the Wii is? Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. So I think at some point we went to GameStop and got Sonic Riders Zero Gravity for the Wii because I'm obsessed with fucking Sonic Riders. I don't remember how many hours I have on that game because guess what? Something happened to the damn game. It didn't get scratched up, but someone deleted the profile. Don't know how that's possible. Someone in the house. It is what it is. don't know what to tell you. But on the Wii versions of Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, I completed everything. Like, everything aside from all the missions. I did complete every single mission, but we're talking about, like, gold status on all the stars. But gold status on all the missions, I did not do that. But if we're talking, like, unlocking all the characters aside from, like, Super Sonic and all the gears, I did not do that. So, 2012 Christmas, I got another PS2 for Christmas. Now, why did I not get a PS3 or 360? Money was tight. It is what it is. But I got another PS2. And guess what was the first game I played when I got that PS2? Sonic Riders. Why not Zero Gravity? Because guess what? The first disc I had started messing up. I don't think it was scratched up. It either wasn't scratched up or it was scratched up. It was one of those two. Because I remember later on, I got another Zero Gravity from Amazon. And it worked perfectly fine, which now that this year when I loaded everything back up and hooked everything back up and everything, whichever disc, which was Amazon or what wasn't, one of them is scratched up and wasn't, neither of them work now. So I don't know how many hours I have on Zero Gravity, which is wild. Which is why I only have Sonic Riders as 2,000 plus. I technically, if you combine both of those, I probably have I have more than 2,000 hours, but it's like I don't know how many hours I have on Zero Gravity, so is what it is. But remember, I do remember hopping back on Zero Gravity. What was it, 2013? Because that's when I got it from Amazon. I remember seeing a 5 in the data. It's either 50 hours or 500 hours. So I don't remember. I do remember that by the time I re-hooked up the PS2, I know I'm going back and forth, I'm just trying to remember everything. Do you remember by the time I re-hooked up the PS2 when I got it for Christmas, that I remember specifically seeing 800 hours on that OG Sonic Riders, which is insane because I had 800 hours and somehow I gained 1,200 hours by that time from 2012 to 2014. I had played other racing games as well aside from Need for Speed HP2. I played like Need for Speed Carbon, Need for Speed Underground 2. Both of those extremely scratched up as well, so I didn't get to make that much progress. Played Burnout Revenge as well as Takedown 3. I didn't 100% of them, I just played them just for the hell of it, so it is what it is. So in Sonic Riders, I actually, you guys look, I did not do all the missions. I did all the missions, but I did not go to all of them. So now, 2013, 2014, again, important years, I don't know which year it was, but specifically in Need for Speed HP2, I got so damn good in this game that I started mimicking how the bots drifted and acted. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I tried looking this up on YouTube and seeing how the bots acted, specifically in Expert as well as War Racing mode, but I could not find it. So if you guys want to know how it looks, if you guys have a PS2 and have the game, just go to that mode. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Just try to look it up. But anytime I try to look it up, people just fucking cheese it with the damn McLaren F1. But how the bots act and drift, you can't really drift like that normally. So they create smoke every single time they drift, and that's not like something special, But when you play the game for yourself, you realize you can't do that every single time unless you teach yourself. That's the reason why it's so unnatural, and you have to teach yourself. And I taught myself that, and I put it in my own style, and my god, that shit was so fun. It made it even more fun because I was able to mimic it. I can't do it now because I haven't played the game in 10 years. I tried going back to it. I can't even mimic the style anymore because back then you used to use X for accelerate. I can't do that now because I used R2 for accelerate. It is what it is. So 2014 for Christmas, I got a PS4, and that's where things start to switch around for me, and this is where things start going downhill for my racing games. So what was it, 2015, this is where it starts going south for it. I looked up on the PlayStation Store. I see no good racing games that are like very, very arcade, and some people can say, oh, what about this thing, this game, that game. Look at my racing game history and tell me what games there were. 2015. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about 2015. You aren't really gonna find those type of games. I'm not talking about like arcade open world. I'm talking about arcade track selection. You aren't really gonna find those type of games. It's really disappointing too. Like So Drive Club is probably the closest one, and I liked it, but it didn't feel that itch for me. Need for Speed 2015 I played it for a little. Once I beat the story, I played it for a little bit longer. Still didn't feel that itch for me afterwards. Deleting it is what it is. I love Need for Speed, but open world isn't for me. Early 2015 as well. This is where I made the transition from racing games to FPS, and this is where everything goes from racing games to FPS, and you know, that's where my channel is. And that's how my channel became, because of Call of Duty. Because, you know, I think sometime in 2013 I wanted to get a 3DS, but 2014 to 2015 I actually got Mario Kart 7. I wound up 100%ing that game. I actually played a whole bunch of online. I don't know if I played ranked, but I did play a whole bunch of online. At some point I might have to look up my stats, but yeah. I wound up actually having Sonic Transform for the 3DS as well, and I think I had 20 some hours on that game, and I think wound up completing the Grand. No, it wasn't the Grand Prix. It was the main thing in that game on Expert mode. It wasn't the Grand Prix. It was the main thing. I wound up completing that on Expert, but I didn't do the. I think I did the Grand Prix, but I didn't do the time trials for sure. So from 2015 to 2018 really isn't that much. It's just me playing first-person shooter games, you know, FPS. But 2018 is a big year. So 2018. My house wound up getting flooded. It wasn't a big flood. It was like it was a busted pipe leak or something. We have carpet in our house, so it wound up soaking up, but it still wound up just messing up with the entire house, and we ended up staying in the house for like 3 months afterwards. But I couldn't get on my PlayStation for like 3 months, so you guys look into like go to my YouTube channel and go to like oldest. Yeah, you can see like there's a huge gap from World War II to BO4 in terms of date. That is the reason why, is because I couldn't play. We also had to live in a hotel during that time as well, and because of that, they had to pack everything up. And when I had packed, I didn't pack my PS2 up when I put it away when I got my PS4, but I put it under my dresser. And I took the memory cards out and I put it in front of my VCR, just so I can always see it. And they put that up and they put it in a box, and I'm just like. So when we got back and we started living back in the house, because we were gone for 9 months, I started just scrounging, started just looking through all the boxes. I'm just like, dude, what's the memory card? It's like, because I seen the PS2 and I didn't see the memory cards. I'm just like, I should have left it in the PS2, but just at some point I'm going to look through these boxes. You know, we'll get back to that in a minute. But it's just like, you know. Also in 2018, I wound up finding a game called Onrush. I wound up 100%ing it, but I'm not sure if the game's still available anymore, or if you can 100% it, because it had supply drop. I'm not sure if you could buy them. I never bought it, but it was a really fun game. I wouldn't say it's similar to Burnout, because it's a team game, or in terms of destruction, but it's a little less in destruction of that. It's a pretty good game though. So in 2019, I wound up getting a Switch. I wound up getting Mario Kart 8. I 100%ed the game too. In 2020, I wound up going online, doing like 100 some races. I didn't do that many races. I didn't do ranked either. I can show my stats on screen. I mean, I did pretty well. Like I said, I didn't do that many races, but I did pretty well, you know. But not really interested in Mario Kart. Well, I think it's just because it's a Switch, and it's just like, I don't know. I love like a PlayStation person, so I really don't know. I go from 2018 to 2020. When I'm getting Need for Speed Heat, and I absolutely loved it. I got Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Payback, as well as Need for Speed Rivals. I had Rivals before. I had a different profile, which I messed up the name on. I just had to make a different profile. The name wasn't offensive or anything. It's just I didn't like the name. I had the name for like 2 or 3 days, and I just didn't like it. That's why I have Midnight Blaze. So then we're gonna go to 2022, and Team Sonic Racing was on PS Plus. Dog shit game. That was trash. It was trash, I'm not gonna lie. It was trash. It's still trash too, which is funny. You know, it's pretty trash, I'm not gonna lie. As simple as that. So then, what was it, 2022? I got Need for Speed Unbound as well. You know, it's a meh game. That's what I can say. Better than Payback, though. I won't lie, it's better than Payback. 2023. Got Kart Rider Drift. I don't know if I'm pretty sure the game's not available. I think the servers are offline. I love the game too. It's pretty skill dependent too. It's just, And I think because it's skill dependent, they took it offline because people just didn't like it. It makes it even worse. But I remember the drifting in that game was pretty hard, and it's just sad too. But what makes it worse is I wound up leaving the game because they put like an item in the game that was like a get out of jail free card, and it's just like, dude, like why, man? I think this was sometime in May they put it out, and then just yeah, I wound up leaving. It wasn't gonna have something like that. It's just unnecessary. It takes out the skill in the player. Also in 2023, I had gotten Crew Motorfest. I didn't play the first Crew, but I loved Crew Motorfest. But I didn't play that much of it because I didn't play that much of it because when I was doing the races, when it was online, people were just being dicks and just ramming each other off the road, and it's just like, dude, just why? I don't like the dirty racing. It's just not of my interest. I'm gonna go to 2024, another important year. Doesn't start off as an important year though. I wound up getting Disney Speedstorm. I 100%ed the game. However, it's a pay-to-win game, and I did not like that at all. I only paid $30 in the game just to get my main up to like, what was it, 4-star? And after that, I'm just, once I 100%ed the game, just quit. I think I got up to the level above platinum, and then once I got 100% left, just dipped, gone. In 2024, I also wound up getting Crash Team Racing as well. Love the game. I don't know how I managed to play Crash Tag Team with the type of drift style that was in Crash Team Racing, but it is what it is. Because my god, the drifting in that game was weird, and I just couldn't remember. But 2024 is an important year because I got my PC this year, and in order for me to get that PC, I had to clean my room. Which, if you guys remember, they had to pack our boxes. In order for me to clean my room, I had to get the boxes out, and I did. I went and cleaned all the boxes, and I actually found my memory cards, which is wild. So I didn't hook my PS2 up though. Because I was already gravitating towards my PC, but I didn't hook my PS2 up though. But I'm pretty sure some of y'all might be thinking like, we expect you to have your memory cards in like the boxes, right? Well, yeah, but I also would expect me to have some of my games in there. I still don't have like 5 of my games that I had before, like my original Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, the Burnout, whichever Burnout was. It was either like Takedown or Revenge, whichever one of that was. I'm missing Guitar Hero because I got Guitar Hero from Amazon. I'm missing like 2 other games. I'm missing a few games ever since that happened. I had to reorder Need for Speed from Amazon, so it's just like I got lucky having those memory cards in there. Late 2024, I think is when Crossworld was announced. I didn't know until early 2025, and that was in January. And obviously that's when you guys can see the profile right now, which is where you see 2,000 hours. 2,000 hours on Sonic Riders, dude. I don't know how that's possible. What makes this even more special because 2025 is a special year because if you guys remember, I did not 100% this game. I did not do all the missions. I did not ghost all them. In February, I decided to go back to Sonic Riders and just 100% the game just to clear my conscience and just do something my younger self couldn't do, basically. If you guys know when Hoverboards were announced, I'll put it up on screen. That's when they were announced. When I 100% of the game, it was 3 days before the game. It was 3 days before Hoverboards were announced. To me personally, I know some people will probably think otherwise. Me personally, that is not a coincidence. I do not believe that is a coincidence. I just don't believe that's a coincidence, dude. I think it's just meant to be, dude. 2,000 hours on Sonic Riders, and it's just that, dude. And then what was it? Not February. Was it February? February or March, I think, was the closed beta. I didn't get in, but I went on Reddit and someone was trying to give away a code, and I went up getting lucky and got one. I don't remember the closed beta whatsoever. That is just a blur. I don't remember the rank or anything. I just remember the items being so chaotic and everything. Just it was nothing but a blur. I remember after the closed beta, I was like, this game was so fun though that I went to play the other racing games that I didn't complete whatsoever, like Transform Team Sonic Racing. I did not get Sega All-Stars though, but I went to Steam and got Transform Team Sonic. Like I said, I've got to get Sega All-Stars. But 100% Transform and Team Sonic. I went the extra mile, and, 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 also by not only 100%ing both games, but also getting first place in all the Grand Prix races. And if you guys don't know what I mean by that, it is getting first place in the first, second, third, and fourth race in the Grand Prix of Transform. And that is an actual feat in itself. If you guys don't know why, play Transform Grand Prix on Expert and you'll see why those Expert bots are literally the hardest bots. Like, in I think Sonic racing games, possibly. Crossworld might be another step up to that, but aside from that, also went another step above that, and I did every single race and won all those as well. Also, I did the trials and all that, but did the same thing on Team Sonic Racing. Then I guess that gets us to, you know, the open network test, and then that gets us to, you know, Crossworld. That gets us to now. Now, that's me, as how good as a player as I am. I'm pretty sure I could probably be better. I just haven't played on a consistent level in such a long time with kart racing games. I really don't know how good I can be, because the amount of racing game experience I have, it's just insane. 2,000 plus hours on just OG Sonic Rise, and then even more experience on like these harder racing games. It's just insane to me. I want to aim for top 500, which by the time I'm editing this is Thursday. I'm not gonna say what place I'm in right now, but it's definitely doable. Hopefully by the time I'm putting this out, it could be Friday. Hopefully not Saturday. Or if I'm that lazy, it could be Saturday. But specifically with like Sonic Riders, I think what made the game so special to me was just how unique it was. I think I've already said this, but because how unique it was addictive to me. Cause like I said, it's just unique, and it made it addictive to me. It's so special to me. Just, I don't know, man. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video as well as my story, and catch you in the next one.
Victory hard won. A fine showing.